Unity?
I knew something was wrong at the age of 5 years old back in 1954 when I got on the bus with Sidonia, the lady that took care of our family and cooked for us. And she was my very best friend in the world when I was 5. And when we got on the Magazine Street bus, and she was not allowed to sit with me, but had to sit behind a sign that was stuck in the back of a seat that said, "Coloreds Only," I knew something was wrong. I'm 5 years old and I knew something was wrong. That changed my life. That was racism.
The early 70s, Mr. Al Bemis and myself had a great secular group that played a lot of hotels, French Quarter, stuff like that. We got a great contract from a local hotel, great room too, in the basement. It was really, really a beautiful club. After we signed this great contract, the owner and the human resources people were there, to sign it and everything. And the owner said, look, we're happy to have y'all here, but remember, you don't have to tell your friends or your family that y'all playing here, okay? Get my drift?
My grandmother is African, and she would tell me stories about when she was young, and that, for example, white French people would tell her to go wash their clothes instead of asking to go to school. That school was not for people like her.
Racism is alive and well, and it has never been more blatant and in the faces of the people of my personal household than it has been over the last 2 years. My daughter was accepted into a very prestigious, predominantly white institution where she has a passion for women issues, social injustice, and social equality for people of color. One of the organizations that she belongs to had a sit-in about a cause that they were very passionate about. When she awoke the next morning, she found bananas at the doorstep of her dorm. Now, what those people don't realize who left those bananas there is that that wasn't going to scare her, that wasn't going to stop her. What that does is motivates her. It lets her know that what she's fighting for is important. It keeps her going, just as it has kept Black people going for hundreds and hundreds of years. We're not going to stop. We're not going to stop trying to get social equality for all of us. Black lives matter, and they always will. Black lives matter.
One night years ago in Northern Ireland, shades exchanged stories about race, and our dear Joshua Walker told us all about one afternoon walking home from school as a young boy when his life was threatened. And I wondered as I listened, how can Josh be so warm and loving to those of us who are white when he's faced so much hatred simply for not being white? Telling and hearing stories about race is hard, and it gifts us with friendships we wouldn't otherwise have and helps us move forward together slowly but surely.
Unity. Shades of Praise, an interracial gospel choir of New Orleans, Louisiana, performs contemporary gospel music of the African American style of gospel. Shades of Praise hopes to introduce gospel to a wider audience, locally and internationally, to an even wider audience across racial and denominational boundaries. Shades also wishes to forge relationships that dispel all stereotypes and create racial diversity and harmony.